Now we're live.
Yeah, was like, that
Hey
smoke is from
everybody.
that's from an incense, not from a big old
A
car
joint, a
yard blunt.
blunt, a cigarette. It's not that. It's an incense.
It's an incense. Okay, people think I'm getting high over here.
All right, we are live. Welcome everyone. Thank you for
Welcome.
checking us out again another Sunday. Tiffany was not here last Sunday.
And I wasn't in no orgy, so I don't understand why they want to play games. You almost had me and my mother. My mother was like, "Oh my god!" I said, "Oh my god, too." That is ridiculous.
You know, y'all were still watching.
For the
We thought
rec-
we thought the Tiff family tuned out on us, didn't we, Carl?
No, my sister stepped in.
Okay.
okay, for the record, Tiffany was not in an orgy
Thank you.
last week.
There's other ways to get neck injuries.
She's
Yeah, sleeping wrong, and also I'm getting older now. You can't just get up out of your bed and take off running. You gotta get off the bed, take your time, breathe, stretch your body, and then you go and do your day. But when you're getting older, you have to take your time. You just can't. So I think I just pulled my neck and I pulled the muscle, and it was horrible.
Mm.
back. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you all for checking in with us today. Obviously, we are talking about the obvious. America, as they say, is going to hell in a handbasket. I think we're already there. Um, um, the anger everyone is feeling. Kevin's feeling it. I'm feeling it. Tiffany's feeling it. The whole world is feeling it. It's just crazy. I was talking to a friend of mine, a comedian friend of mine, Caucasian lady. She messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and we were chatting. And she goes, "You know, I left the country 6 months ago." And she said she's not returning until Trump is out of office. She has the luxury of doing that. You know, not all of us can just get up and move to another country.
Okay.
Obviously, she had some friends in another country, and she was able to move. But like I said, we all don't have that. But I'm sure we all are feeling. It's almost like this is what I imagine what it was like on a lower scale. I take it back in Jim Crow days. You know, when people can just grab people off the street, talk to them anyhow, shoot people. There's a story I read back in Jim Crow days where there was a black man working at a restaurant and he was mopping the floor and the wet mop hit the back of a white man's suit and the pants and the white man took out a gun and shot him, and they just dragged him out of the restaurant and parked him on the side until the ambulance or whoever came. But of course, he died. So it almost feels like we're helpless, right? ICE seems to have, you know, carte blanche to do whatever they want, and no one can do anything
You
because
talking about 1600? They doing it now.
they're saying that this guy might not even be prosecuted. JD Vance say he's not going to face any consequences. So I don't know what else to say, but we're definitely going to get into it. And if you want to join the panel, I'm going to put the link in the chat. You can jump on the panel. Just keep it respectful. You want to share your opinion. Even if you oppose or you agree with us, there's no need. We don't argue. There's no, calling names back and forth. We don't do that on the show. We have our opinion. You have your opinion. And with that said, Tiffany, can you do me the honors of explaining the rules and regulations?
We are protected by Fair Use Act. This is only for educational purposes, entertainment purposes. We do not own the rights to the content or to the music. Please make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment and let us know how you feel.
All right. With that said, so I'm not gonna show a whole lot of the videos of the shooting of Renee Nicole Good. Also, there was a brother that was shot.
Keith, Keith Porter.
Porter was shot by ICE. Was it a few weeks ago? A few
It was
months?
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, yeah, man.
New Year's Eve, and of course, it didn't make the news. And there were quite a few people that died in custody while they were in custody with ICE also. So Renee Nicole Good is not the first person, but I guess with Renee, it's more dramatic. It was, there's a lot of drama around the way she died. So
And she's a white woman.
And Tiffany said she is a white woman. So once a white woman gets shot, y'all know when a white woman goes missing, what happens in America. So
Yeah, well, I think also that too. I mean, I can't ignore that, but of course it was live. I mean, we saw it live, happen live too. That and
The
sort of like
footage was the
sort of
footage.
kind of like the George Floyd thing. We saw that over and over again live, where there was a video of the actual murder. So that kind of changed the game just a little bit. That it was live. Because once you got something on tape and the media runs it over and over and over. How many times we watched George Floyd die? Like 1,000.
Yeah.
I got to the point real quickly, Carl, where I couldn't watch this lady die anymore. Like anytime I see a new video on Instagram or TikTok with a different angle, I just couldn't watch this lady get shot again.
Oh, so you didn't see the angle where the agent himself, Ross, his name is Ross.
Yeah, I saw his angle. That's the last
his
angle I saw.
How were you shooting with the phone in your hand? You like, what are you doing?
Well, the report that I heard today, and I don't know if it's accurate, so the alleged report that I heard today is that Trump is asking the ICE agents to film these altercations and these arrests and these attacks so these videos can go viral, because what he wants to do is push his propaganda. It's a propaganda machine, so if you got this stuff on tape, like the same thing, we're entertainers, Carl and I, we always got our cell phone out, when we in our element, filming stuff, right? So same thing. So Trump wants them to have their cell phones filming arrests, filming harassment, filming them doing whatever the hell they supposed to be doing, so they can get these viral videos, so he can push his his agenda. So that's what I heard. One of the reasons these ICE agents are filming these arrests and filming, stuff. Plus, they're being filmed too. A lot of the stuff we see, them slamming pregnant women on the ground and dragging a pregnant woman, all that stuff we've seen, and beating people. All this stuff is being filmed by bystanders also.
All right, so we already got a comment, but we're gonna get into it. Bella from YouTube said, if she was trying to run you over and you had a guy you have to make, and you have a gun, I guess, and you have to make a quick decision, is you or her. She hit that man hard before he shot. People cannot assume white privilege. We're gonna get into it, Tiff. We gotta get into it. People see what they see. We all know MAGA's a cult. So of course they see the world through Trump glasses, and there's nothing you can do to change their mind.
That's a good way to say it. They see it through the MAGA Trump glasses, because I didn't see that. He didn't fall out on the floor. He wasn't bleeding. He wasn't dribbling. He was not screaming for help. He walked his ass back to his car. So he wasn't hit that damn hard. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, no worries. No. All right.
Want to know what I think? This is what I think. I think Jonathan Ross got out of his car. He was filming and wanted to take evidence of whatever was happening here. Then as he approaches Renee,
that's fine, dude. I'm not mad.
not only is she not trying to agitate or aggravate the situation, she's actually trying to de-escalate the situation. Then Jonathan Ross goes to the back of the car where he encounters Renee's wife. There's something in this part of the footage that I think is important to note. See here, you can see in the reflection of the car, his phone is in his right hand. Then as he's filling the license plate, he encounters Renee's wife. And big, strong Jonathan does not like what she has to say.
It'll be the same fight when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out the car.
Did you catch that? While they're having their exchange, he walks further around the car, and then he does this. He switches the phone from his right hand to his left hand, because what side of his body is his firearm on? See, he was ready. He switched his phone from his right hand to his left hand so his right hand could be ready. This was before the car was moving, because Renee only started driving forward once this guy started pulling on her door trying to open it. But Jonathan Ross already had his gun unholstered. I mean, what does that tell you? Here's what I think. I don't think Jonathan liked that these two women were getting in his way. I don't think that he liked that these two women were emasculating him and making him feel small. Go get a sandwich, big boy. He doesn't like that feeling. He's the big, strong man. And how dare these bitches make him feel like that? And is anyone shocked that these ICE agents are not only racist, but they're also fucking misogynists? He didn't like that these women were standing up to him. He didn't like that they were in his way. You can even hear it after he puts 3 bullets in Renee's fucking face. He says this. He doesn't care that the woman that he just shot 3 times was dead or alive, but he made sure that he called her a fucking bitch. And again, her tires were to the right. His body was to the left. If she wanted to run him over, she would have gone straight. I'm no forensics expert. I'm no crime scene investigator, but I'm seeing what I saw.
Change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Oh!
The way that the media, by and large, has reported this story has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals have been working tirelessly, sometimes using domestic terror techniques to try to make it impossible for the President of the United States to do what the American people elected him to do, which is enforce our immigration laws. You people in the media, not everybody in this room, but many people in this room have been lying about this attack. Everybody who's been repeating the lie that this is some innocent woman who was out for a drive in Minneapolis when a law enforcement officer shot at her, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Every single one of you. I'm sorry, guys. What's going on here? You guys are meant to report the truth. How have you let yourself become agents of propaganda of a radical fringe that's making it harder for us to enforce our laws? You just asked.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense.
Vice President yesterday suggested that Renee Good, who was killed by this ICE officer, was part of a broad left-wing network. What has your team told you about this broad left-wing network? Who is in charge of it? Who's part of it? What's it called?
Well, I haven't seen the Vice President's statement, but he's generally very accurate. I hate to say it. Look, I watched that yesterday, and there were a lot of different forms to it. But there was a woman screaming, shame, 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 shame. She was a agitator, probably a paid agitator, but in my opinion, she was an agitator, a very high level.
Shame! 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 Dude, what's happening to her?
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it, Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany. You'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy, we'll challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built on the schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
This is gonna piss people off, but that white woman had to die. She had to, in order for this to be taken serious. It didn't matter how many Mexicans, Hispanics died, how many Indian, Asian immigrants died, or what black people died. Those numbers were just going to be a result of casualty. The government was not going to give a fuck. But the fact that the ICE members than murdered a white woman. Oh, it's different now. It's so different. I've never seen so many mayors and governors not playing in my life. And we've had police shootings since the beginning of time. You understand what I'm saying? And with that, people have this delusion still that, like, we have to get out on the ground. I'm not getting out there on the ground. No shade. White people have to fight this fight against the other white people and the people that they have to fight this fight. It is nothing I could do. I would be a sacrifice for nothing. No shade. Because there was this video of this white guy sitting in the, like, forest or something, and he was explaining it, that he had to get on the front line in D.C., and I agree. I said, yes, take your ass down there and speak to them, brother. And you talk to them, because historically, black people are progressive. We have fought for our rights. But if we did not have a lot of white people on our side in that fight, we would have never been able to vote. We would have never had black women's rights. We would have never had integration. But it was because our alliance with some white people that allowed us proximity to certain things. Martin Luther King having side white women bitches. He had bitches that side bitches was white. You know, it's different things that we had to integrate and lean on an alliance with white people for it to work. Now, this ain't my fight. I don't even fuck with 12 like that, so I wouldn't even been policing or politicking in that way on how she died. Rest in peace to her, but she had to die. Now, is this going to be a changing point? I don't know. Some white people don't even fuck with white folks like that. You know what I mean? They see them, ISIS, as, you know, liberals or whatever, but at the end of the day, if enough white people is gunned down by these ICE agents, oh, baby, that is going to be the turning point. That is going to be the turning point. Because one thing other white people do not like is being controlled by the government. They might say they do. They might say they support politics. But if the government and police agents start policing and controlling the redneck white people, oh, it's going to be awful for this country. Because they're not going to put down their shotguns and their guns, and they're not going to play with the police. I've seen it on Twitter a bunch of times. It doesn't go right.
All right, welcome everyone. Tiffany, the lady said a white woman had to die. I know it might sound a little cruel, a little rough, but she has a point. I don't know, you guys remember back in the day when AIDS first hit the scene and the gays were dying and no one cared until Rock Hudson, the movie star, the white movie star from, remember when Rock Hudson got AIDS and died? Now, then all of a sudden there was all kind of funding. They found money for the AIDS cause, and it was a whole different ball game when a white man died of AIDS. So this sister, she has a point. Nobody cared when you know, the black, the brown people were being taken by ICE, shot, killed by ICE. We talk about a brother, excuse me, Keith Porter, who died on New Year's Eve in California, was shot by an off-duty ICE agent. Never heard of it. But here we go. And we all know when a white woman goes missing in America, how that goes, right? I think it's in the 71,000 black women and girls go missing every year. My numbers may be off, but it's in the thousands. Have you ever seen anything on the news? Have you ever heard of anything, even local or national?
Well, two things can be true, Carl, right? I mean, everything you just said is actually true. But two things can be true, because we also got justice for George Floyd, which, by the way, this killing of this young lady was 4 blocks from where George Floyd was murdered.
Right.
George Floyd's murderer, Derek Chauvin, is in prison. He was convicted. And millions of people took to the streets for George Floyd. Millions of black folks, white folks, Latino folks, everybody was in the streets. George Floyd's protest was worldwide. There were people in other countries protesting against that murder.
They did. And that
So,
made MAGA very upset.
yeah,
Very upset.
so it was a worldwide protest for George Floyd, and we got justice in that case. So yeah, what you said is absolutely true. Like I said, two things can be true. I think the Keith Porter thing, I think that was I don't know why that was kept in the wraps, and you could be right. It could be because he was black, but I think because, you know, it's our responsibility to get these things out to the media too, because that obviously that murder didn't happen on camera, because there's no footage of him being killed, right?
Well,
to my knowledge. So
there's no footage of it. But
so it didn't happen on camera for one thing. So That has a lot to do with it also, Carl, because the media is all about making money off of any tragedy and putting. I mean, looks. Macy? What's her name? Macy, who was shot in her kitchen by that police officer. But the hot water.
Sonia Massey.
Sonia Massey, her killer has been convicted of murder, and now he's on his way to prison, or he's already shipped to prison. So he got convicted for murder and has been shipped to prison. So I mean, we're starting to get a little justice from these cops killing us, because we would never thought maybe 15 years ago seeing anybody, a cop killer. We've seen people get away with murder after murder after murder, killing cops, right? That's why the George Floyd thing exploded so badly, because we were tired of it. But my point is we're starting to get some justice. Do I think we're gonna get justice with this young lady? No, I don't believe so, because this ICE force is Trump's brown shirts. This is Trump's personal army of Proud Boys, thugs, and they are not going to be held accountable, because Trump and J.D. Vance is not going to let them be held accountable. Trump didn't have too much say-so about George Floyd's murderer, because it wasn't a federal killing. It was a state police officer, and the state prosecutor went after that dude and put his ass in prison, because this is federal shit. It's controlled by the government, and Trump runs the government. So this guy most likely won't face any justice for murdering this lady, unfortunately. Now, he could face justice, street justice. I'm not advocating that, I'm just saying, but he won't get justice, not as long as Trump's in office. They're going to protect him. As a matter of fact, real quickly, I heard they moved him out of his apartment or his house, and now he's in protective custody somewhere. He's hiding. They moved him and his immigrant wife, by the way.
They all got immigrant wives,
Yes,
but they
they
ain't
do.
locking their asses up. Or
Trump
they
got an
killed
immigrant. Trump has an immigrant wife. J.D. Vance has an immigrant wife. This guy has an immigrant wife, and they all hate immigrants. I'm done.
Let me tell you something. When I saw this happen again, y'all know I'm a victim. My family has been a victim of this.
Right.
This Wednesday made 35 years my brother has been dead from police killing him, shooting him 7 times in his back in Maryland. So for
Mhm.
me to 35 years later to see this, I'm not surprised. But what made me surprised and was like, my God, this feels familiar. When that lady, that evil bitch, Christy Nome, went up there and said that the ICE people were stuck in the ice and the lady rammed her car into them. You didn't have no evidence. You didn't have anything. Nobody broke down anything, nothing. And you already on media, you on the news is lying. How many you think they have lied about? So they've been lying about things for years and years and years, especially about black people. This is why I felt like this felt so familiar, because they kill us in the street all the time. They get on social media and lie about us all the time. So this is not new to us. This is familiar to us. But what I believe in my heart, that white lady, God rest her soul, they've been cursing cops out and telling cops off for years, okay? She didn't think that she was going to get killed. Her girl didn't think she was going to get killed. And half of these white people out here that's out there marching, they didn't think that they was going to kill them. You understand? Because they have their white privilege. Let's just keep it real, y'all. You understand? They didn't think that they was going to shoot them. So I think that the ICE sat together, right? They had this meeting. They said, listen, we're going to use the black tactics on their ass. Okay, we kill them on the spot. We don't care what they is, black, white, Chinese. We don't care. We're gonna take them down. And then you should hear on certain social media on platforms, they was calling her a nigger lover, an immigrant lover. You understand what I'm saying? So you already know white men are mad and they trying to take back whatever they trying to take back. And white women is the first thing they getting tired of. Okay, I'm telling you. And she was a lesbian at that. So it was just, it's like I said, this is so familiar. I'm not surprised, but then I'm like, wow, her death is gonna wake up something. Cause like Carl said, what you said, Carl? They out there marching. They out there going out there and fight, and they supposed to. I'm not doing it. We did it for George Floyd. We did it for the civil rights era. We're not doing it because that's what they really wanted. They wanted us as black people to come out there. They tried to take our food stamps. They done killed at least 10 niggas already. You understand? But we ain't going out there because we already know. Trump want us out there just to give an excuse to do what they did to her, to us, and nothing be, they won't get in no trouble for it. But again, please, people, this is real. You understand what I'm saying? If these people could go on a platform and lie and said that this girl just rammed her car into them, we did not see that with our eyes. What the hell is y'all seeing? What is going on? And then for somebody in the comment section to sit there and say that he was hit hard. He wasn't hit hard because if he was hit hard, he would have fell on the ground. He would have passed out. They would have had to call the ambulance for him. She was not trying to aim at him. If you look at the tires, she was trying to go this way. And why would she jeopardize her whole life? And she has children. She has children. And nobody want to even talk about it. Her husband was in the army before he wound up dying because she has three children. Three children, I think, and one of the children is with the lesbian sister that she was with. So this girl got a story. Y'all wound up killing the wrong person. And now you're gonna have white on white crime now. Cause now white people is coming for your ass. They rooting for you. Hear the what's that? I think he's the mayor. He was like, "Ice, get the fuck out of here." Y'all was not saying it when they was killing up black people.
By the
And
way,
they just killed this boy.
we should use her name. Her name is Renee Good.
Renee Good. Miss
We should
Renee Good.
address her name. Yeah, we should address her by her name out of
Yeah,
respect.
Miss Good. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, and again, Keith Porter. He was,
Yeah.
first of all, I don't know if anybody know, in a black household, black people, when it's the New Year's, some people the black men like to go out there and pop their guns at New Year's. You understand? And that's what he was doing. So the ICE agent was an off ICE agent, and he felt like he was being attacked. How you being attacked in your house? You should have stayed your ass in the house. But no, you come out and you shoot somebody. So they didn't get no coverage, but it's okay because now they're getting coverage now because they're putting his name in the mix with Miss Good now.
Yeah. All right. Here's the mayor of Minnesota.
There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave. It's on you to make sure that further damage, further loss of life and injury is not done. We're going to be working towards justice as quickly as we possibly can right now, and justice is what we've all got to get.
All right, here's a message from a white dude to white people. We got a lot of comments coming in, and we're going to address the comments. Of course, it's a lot of negativity towards us, but we're not gonna. We don't address that. We're not gonna go back and forth with the negative comments because that's not what we do here. All right, but we're gonna address them.
Renee Good was murdered in Minneapolis on Wednesday by an ICE agent because she did not comply with his demands. Here's the first thing. He's not a police officer. He had no authority, nor did the others, to apprehend, detain her, or threaten to pull her out of her car. ICE may only arrest citizens if they are assaulting an officer or interfering with an arrest. She was doing neither. Watching does not fall under either of these categories. The ICE agent was not in danger because he shot her first through the windshield and then walked to the side window firing twice. He was angry because how dare she not do what I say? And in a fit of fury, he killed her. ICE has recruited the people who are too chicken shit to join the military and too stupid to be a cop. These are people who wouldn't be hired to work security at an empty parking lot in the middle of Kansas. But they got a $50,000 bonus, a gun, and the full permission to attack anyone they like because they know that the government has their back. He should be in jail now, but instead he is at home, spending time with his family. If you're one of those types thinking, well, that's what you get when you don't listen to the police, you better consider this carefully. This was a woman as white as bleached rice driving a Honda Pilot. This woman never had to hear the talk that black parents have to give their children. She never dreamed she would have a law enforcement agent draw a gun on her. And if you're white, you never have either. Well, that just changed. Being obviously Caucasian may not be enough to get you out of the being in the wrong place at the wrong time thing anymore. Maybe you're somebody you love, maybe you or somebody you love just pisses off the wrong cop for whatever reason, and you can't smile your way out of it. Don't like the sound of that? That's where you are now, pal. And sadly, I think there's more to come. We have to get rid of this guy and everybody around him. Call the number 202-224-3121. Get the message to your representatives and senators now. Let them know how you feel about this one. It's past time for us to mobilize. I'm Tom Hoyer with The Reset. Rest in peace, lady.
All right. So are we saying then that I know there's a movement where black people are like, we're not getting involved. We've been marching for what, how many hundreds of years? We've been
for generations.
And we've been saying exactly what white people are now seeing. So we're going to sit this out. You know, this is a white person's fight. There's nothing we can do. What more can we possibly say?
We can't do anything
that we haven't said already. We've said it all.
We can't. Now y'all see what we go through. Now you see the lies that they tell online on social media, and be in a state of shock. Be like, oh my gosh, why is they lying like this? I can't get over the lies. And Vance, he's just as worse. And you have a wife from another country. So you like, are you serious? I know she like hating this man right now. Or she could be that woman that's from Asia, India, because I think she's Indian Asian, and she want to be white so bad. She had these little mixed children. But I hope you know that your man is horrible. He's horrible. For y'all to think that it was okay for that ICE agent to shoot her like that, please. And now, again, we've been going through this for years.
You know, of all the people that may be in the chat saying that we're wrong on this one, these are probably the same people who think that Ashley Babbitt wasn't breaking the law when she was involved in the Capitol riot on January 6th. She was the woman that was murdered.
That got shot?
She was shot by a police officer as she was trying to get into the chamber, as everybody was trying to break into the chamber, threatening to hang Mike Pence and breaking down the Capitol and threatening U.S. sitting senators. They were mad as hell because a police officer did his job and shot that woman to save people he thought was in danger from an angry mob. And they cry like, you know what, about her being shot. And now they're sitting here saying this woman in a Honda Pilot, a bunch of stuffed animals and a dog in the back seat, by the way. There's a dog back there. They had a dog in the back.
About that.
It was a dog. It was a dog in the back seat. It was a real dog in the back seat and a bunch of stuffed animals for her kid, her 6-year-old, I believe. So, so stuffed animal, a lady unarmed in a Honda Pilot with stuffed animals and a dog in the back seat, and with her spouse is the most dangerous person on the planet. And Ashley Babbitt involved in January 6th riot, breaking into the Capitol, threatening to harm. And Ashley Babbitt was also part of our U.S. military, so she was trained, for what I understand, highly trained, breaking into the U.S. Capitol, threatening U.S. senators' lives and was shot and killed. And these same people support her, including the president, by the way, if that's what you want to call him. I think she got some money. Her family got millions of dollars, matter of fact, for that. Yeah, her family received millions of dollars thanks to Trump. Her family got millions of dollars for her murder. Trump also pardoned on the first day in office,
All
back
the
in office,
insurrectionists.
his first day back in office, he pardoned all the people that broke into the Capitol on January 6th.
Now,
So
if it was
these same
tables was
people,
turned, you
yeah,
know what's gonna happen.
the same people that think that's okay, who support Ashley Babbitt, are the same people that saying this lady got what she deserved. It doesn't
You
even
should
make any
see it.
sense.
People really think she deserved it. A lot of people said she should have minded her business. A lot of people said a car is a weapon. We all know these things. Please, we know these things, but that's not what it was. That's not what it was at all. And again, as you said, Carl, people are seeing through their Trump MAGA glasses. They're not seeing anything else. She didn't have to get murdered like that. I'm sorry, but we had to see it in real time for it to make a change. And it's going to make a change because people are very upset about it.
The last words to come out of Renee Good's mouth was,
I ain't mad at you.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm not mad.
That
And
was
this is
followed
the
by her
man that
being
killed her.
shot. She said that to the man that a split second later put 3 bullets in her face.
Yep.
I'm not mad at you. And there's a still picture of her. She's smiling. She's not even, there's no malice. She's not angry.
Not at
She's not
all.
upset. She's not cursing. She's not doing anything but trying to get away because she see all these cops come with guns and she's like, get the hell out of here. But she wasn't trying to run the guy over. He might have even been in the way. Even if he was in the way when she turned the car, he still wasn't trying to run over. Look, I've been pulled over a lot. I never had a police officer stand in front of my car.
Right. I don't think she even noticed because
She
she was
probably
so
didn't notice. She
busy
didn't notice. She didn't
trying
notice.
to get this one over here. It's like the motherfucker. I mean, he was cursing at her.
Yeah,
You
she didn't
understand what I'm
know. She
saying?
just
Because that's
pulled
what
off.
made her girl turn around. You
She
understand?
panicked. She panicked and pulled off,
Yeah,
Tiffany,
she
like you said.
panicked.
She panicked and pulled off. She wasn't even going 2 miles an hour when they shot her. So it was just, it's these people are just crazy, man. These people are sick. They're so in love with Trump. They're so in love with their politics. They're so in love with what ICE stands for. And ICE stands for getting rid of blacks, getting rid of Hispanics, and the Latino community, and they're against the LGBT community.
Why they not going for the white immigrants? There's white immigrants out here that ain't supposed to be here. It's a whole heap of them. Why they not going for them? Again, we are black people, black Americans, and Carl. And Carl from the you say you hear me and Carl. And we have empathy and we have sympathy for others. This is why we look at this situation like, wow. But again, this is very familiar. I am a victim of having my brother killed and murdered. You understand what I'm saying? By the police, shot 7 times in the back. You understand? So again, this is horrible, but it's also an eye opener. People need to open their eyes. This is real. And Trump ain't only been here, what? Not even a year. So anybody that's in the chat room that thinks that it was okay to kill that woman, y'all just as demonic as the administration.
Let me say one more thing, real quickly, Carl. I don't even know why this was baffling to me. A woman, a mother of 3 children, is dead, and these people don't even have no sympathy for it. Like they don't even. Like, how do you not have a heart and say nothing happened to the cop? He's okay if he's a cop, whatever he is. He's okay. He don't have a scratch on his body. He don't have a scratch. He don't have a sprained thumb. He don't have a bloody nose. He has nothing wrong with him physically. These people don't even see that a mom, now this 6-year-old kid is going to grow up out of mother.
And she has 3 kids. She has 3
And
children.
in their eyes, she was you don't like her because she's a liberal. You don't like her because she's a lesbian. You don't like her because she voted Democratic. You don't like her because she don't like Trump. Just say that.
And she's a woman. We
And
cannot.
America don't like women. We already know that. They voted a convicted felon into office over a woman, and they voted unfit game show host in over another woman. So yeah, they don't care about women. They don't like women. They don't care what color the woman is, black, white, Asian. They don't care. If you're a woman, you come second to the white man in their eyes.
Yes, that's how they feel. And I saw that online too, and that was crazy. They was
But
calling her
Tiffany,
nigger lover. They was calling her migrant lover. You understand? She should have had her ass in the house. Why she wasn't taking care of her kid? I mean, people are very evil.
but Tiffany,
People,
the
they
first person that commented on our page, I think, called tonight, and who went after us. I think the first comment was a woman. Like, women don't even care about women being shot. Like, I think every woman in America should be angry as shit right now that a man shot a woman in the face 3 times.
and
And we
did
got
not
women,
even
we got
care.
women in our comments right now defending this fool.
Yeah. And they walked in, and he walked, and that was another thing. Trump goes up there and he puts in his social media that the man is in a hospital now. He's not in the hospital. He walked away. He walked right to his car. You understand? Then they brought in another set of agents, and a man tried to give her some type of help. He was a doctor, and they wouldn't even let him touch her because you know what? They was trying to clear it up. But what bothers me, where's the animal right people? It was an animal in the car. Okay? Where my fans at? Fans, where's the gays at? The gays supposed to be out here flipping. Okay? Because one of your gay girlfriends is got murdered in the street. And also, you know how many civilians was on that block? It was 5 civilians behind that car. He could have killed mad people just by him shooting.
I think a lot of people are scared, Tiffany. People are scared. You know, people are just scared right now. People don't, as dumb as Trump is, he's still the most powerful man in the world. As ICE, these ICE people, I suspect, are definitely racist men, white men, most of them, and most of them are misogynists. Most of them are Trump support. All of them are Trump supporters, and we know what kind of person Trump is. So these people don't. If you're either with them or you're not with them. They don't like us. They don't like blacks. They don't like the Latinos. They don't like Hispanics. They don't like gays. They don't like anybody but themselves. White national Christian. And the Proud Boys are part of ICE. And the Oath Keepers are part of ICE. And the KKK is part of ICE. And the Boogaloo Boys are part of ICE. All these white supremacist national groups that you saw marching in those brown shirts from Charlottesville, Virginia, who were marching during Trump's first term, who were saying Jews would not replace us. And they ran over another white woman who lost her life out there fighting for the good of everybody. Heather Heyer was ran over, remember? Heather Heyer was killed, hit by a car by one of those white supremacists in Charlottesville, Virginia, during Trump's first term. A white woman was murdered by a white supremacist. We forgot about that, didn't we? Heather Heyer is her name. So this is the second white woman that have lost their life on Trump's watch, fighting against white supremacists.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
Well, I mean, if you look at the comments, you see we got a lot of people that are saying that, first of all, we always get comments with people say we have a victim mentality. And I have no idea where people get that from, that we have a victim mentality. All we're doing is reporting the news. We're just reporting what we see. We showed you a video. We showed you an agent that was standing on the side and he shot through. One shot went through the front and then he stepped to the side and shot 2 more bullets through the side window.
The victim is Miss Good, who's in a morgue right now with bullets in her face. Most likely will have a closed coffin for her family. Can't even pay the respects to her because her face probably is disfigured. That's the victim. We're not victims. We're just reporting the freaking hot topics in the news on our podcast, like everybody else in America. Fox News been talking about this shit since it happened. Do you are you calling them victims too? Is Sean Hannity a victim? Because he talked about it all fucking night.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
Christy Knowles was just on CNN, and I forgot that reporter, but he was going in on her.
Of
He
course,
was
because he's
like,
a liar.
he said everything you said did not happen. Why would you go up there? Oh, everything I said did happen. Like they going along with it. Just like you remember when we had Trump supporters up here, they did not remember the noose and that whole wood piece that had Pence's name on it. They said they didn't remember none of that. So people is going to see what they want to see and hear what they want to hear. So I'm not trying to even listen to anybody that's in the chat. We appreciate you being in the chat, but I don't really care because I know what I saw with my eyes as a black woman. It just feels like a bad relationship. You ever heard when they said, "Don't believe your lying eyes"? This
Yes.
is what they're trying to tell us. Don't believe our lying eyes, but we sat here and saw what he did to this woman and how many people this has happened to, especially black people being lied to. That I told you that's why one of my friends killed himself because he was trying to protect himself. He wanted this guy tried to fight him. He tried to tell the guy to push off, and the guy didn't and jumped at him and he stabbed him. By the time he got home, the news media was like, he's a killer, he's a murderer, don't watch out for him. And he said, not one time did they say I fought 4 tours in Iraq. Now, one time they said I was a single father, that I've been working for FedEx for 5 years, and I'm about to be a correction officer. He said, but they made me look like a monster. And that's what made me stop watching the news, because they would do anything for likes and clicks or for views or make people look bad, knowing damn well half the stuff they said was a goddamn lie. So I don't trust none of them. So I hope y'all wake up. Y'all white people that didn't think it was real, or y'all black people from other countries that didn't think it was real, you just saw it for yourself. They do not care. They will lie on your damn ass, take your life and lie on you.
All right, here's a white guy who's something very interesting to say.
That poor woman that got shot in Minnesota, do you know the one thing I noticed? And I want to know if you notice it. Do you notice this? I have yet to see a single person of color. Not a Hispanic, not a black person, not an Asian person. I have yet to see one person of color not have empathy or sympathy for what has happened. Overwhelmingly, 99% of all the she deserved it, and yeah, she should have done this, and she should have done that, and oh well, and all this, all the nasty comments come from angry, uneducated white people. All of them. I mean, 99% of them come from angry, uneducated white people. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, because that's all I see. That's all I see is angry, uneducated white people going, well, yeah, she should have done this, she should have done that, you know. Not the fact that this guy pulled his gun and shot her 3 times from a couple of feet away, knowing full well he was going to kill her. And I don't want to hear, he was in front of the car, he was not. You can clearly see he was on the side of the car. She posed no threat to him whatsoever. But he decided on the side of the car to take 3, not 1, 3 deadly shots right in her face. The problem that we have in this country is obvious. We have way too many angry, uneducated white people. That is the problem. I don't know how else to say it. Those are the people that voted to get us in this situation. Let me know what you think in the comments. I said what I said.
Hey, Carl, can I say this real quickly, man? That was a great video that you just played. And thank you for playing that. He's 100% spot on. And let me say this. He is right, because I had a black Trump supporter that I'm Facebook friends with, who's black conservative, and he's always got Trump back all the time. He's pissed off about this. One of my black Trump supporter friends sympathizes with this lady being killed. So this guy's right on. It's 99, probably more than that. Probably, I would go and say 100%, bro, of white Trump supporters who think it's okay that this lady was shot and murdered and shot in the face 3 times, and they're finding every excuse in the world to justify it, and have no sympathy that a woman lost her life, even if she made a mistake, even if she was wrong. She didn't deserve what she got. That's not a death penalty. Driving away is not a death penalty. And if she didn't see the officer there and she panicked and was scared, that's not a death sentence either. And he's right. I haven't seen any black people on board with this. Not one. And I've been.
Why will we? Why will we? We know how it feels because it's familiar.
Exactly right. I'm saying he's right though. That comes from a white guy. We can say that all day because we know, Tiff. We've dealt with it. We've been victims. Your family's been a victim of it. I've been a victim of racial profiling. I've been harassed by cops. I've had cops point guns at me. We've lived this life. You're right, Tiff. We've lived this life. But from a white guy to say that, for him to even see that and notice that, is startling to me. That he even saw that with his own eyes, that these are white people. There are no black people on social media, not even my black Trump supporter friend, who's always on taking up for Trump, always got Trump's back on everything. He was okay. Me and him argued about Trump going into bombing and taking the president. We argued about that. He thought Trump was right for doing that. And even he, one of the biggest black Trump supporters I know, said this is bullshit. Because black people do not play this police killing black people shit. I mean, killing people, period. We don't care what color you are.
No, we don't, because
We
we
do
have
not play it.
empathy and sympathy
We have
for
empathy and
those
sympathy
things.
for people. And that's why I understand these people have no, but Trump has none. He never does.
No, he
With
don't, because we
Rob
know
Reiner,
him don't
Rob
have
Reiner was,
one. What's his name? What they said, Stephen Miller, that working with Trump. They don't have no empathy or sympathy for any of this that's going on, because it's nothing to them. But I'm telling you right now, they're using black tactics. The way they treat black people, how they profiling and killing them and stuff. They do all of that on us. So they actually using the tactics they get to do us in, they're doing on the migrants now. And I hope, since y'all was shitting on black Americans, y'all was sitting up there calling us all type of lazy niggers and all of that. Now y'all see what it's like. Now y'all see what it is to be profiled and disrespected, okay? Having to go into the system. Now y'all see how it feels.
yeah, well.
We got, listen, let me say this. I'm gonna say this, and I've said this before. We have a lot of people in the comments saying that this is a victim channel, and
victim your ass off the channel then.
Fact.
Scroll
Fact.
out of here. Y'all don't understand. I don't care. You can scroll up out of here. If you do not like what we're saying, you can get out of here. You don't have to be here. You understand? It's so many other channels like Nick Fluentes and all of them. Go to him. He's a straight out racist. He want people in his chat.
These are the same people. These same people that were crying over Charlie Kirk, though.
And it's so bug. I felt bad for Charlie Kirk, and he was disrespectful to black people on the regular. You understand what I'm saying? But my thing is, you don't never want to see nobody just get killed right there and in your face. That's horrible. That's horrible. And I don't saw somebody in the chat, about Charlie Kirk. What happened to him was effed up, but that was his own people that got him killed. That wasn't us.
Exactly.
Us black people don't got no time, because as soon as we see a cop, we're trying to get the hell up out of there. And let me tell you something, us black people, we wouldn't have did what she did, okay? Because we already know they killing niggas on the spot.
Exactly. We already know. We've been so scared. Most of us are scared to death even when we turn our keys in our driveway. Before we even pull out our driveway, we're paranoid as fuck about getting pulled over by a cop.
Yes, that's a black life. That's what we have
most white people don't even realize that. They don't even realize when I walk out this house and get in my car in the morning and start my car up, before I even step on the accelerator back out my driveway, it pops in my head because it's the psyche that we live with. You know, it's what we live with. It's something that they don't comprehend. You're right. Miss Good didn't realize the danger she was in. The
No,
last thing she
she's a
thought
white
is that
woman.
that cop was going to shoot her. She would never in her life thought her life was in danger.
No,
If
she
she
didn't
did,
think
she
that.
wouldn't even done what she did.
No, she didn't. She really didn't. Let me tell you something. I was in the car with my white photographer for some years ago, and he was cursing a cop out. I mean, he was going, "If you son of a bitch, I hate your ass." And I'm looking at him like, "What is wrong with you? He can come over here and lock my ass up because he's not gonna lock you up. He's gonna kick my ass. Why is you over there cursing him out?" And I couldn't believe it. The white cop didn't say anything. You understand? So my thing is her family, and all the white people that was watching, they was in a state of shock. Even
Hey,
some
hey,
black people. They was in a
hey,
state of shock. They did not think that that man was going to shoot at her ass. But again, they're using black tactics on these people right now because they do not like that y'all are interfering with them getting migrants. They're not. You understand?
hey,
They're not. Again, we're not going anywhere. I'm a black American. I have ancestors that's been here since the late 1700s. They're not. Where they gonna send my ass to? Down south? The hell? Please.
hey, Tiff, I got a story. You're gonna love this one, Tiffany. I was dating this white girl back in the '80s.
Oh God.
Yeah, we're driving in Maryland, the state of Maryland. We're going over this Bay Bridge, it's this big, huge, scary ass bridge, and we're in a convertible Corvette, and we're heading down to Ocean City, Maryland. And Ocean City, Maryland, back in the '80s, traveling that way was a trap for black men. If you go into Ocean City, Maryland, your ass gonna get pulled over. So I'm driving in this Corvette, got this white girl in the passenger seat. We're
Oh no,
driving.
Jack Johnson.
I get pulled over. That's funny as shit. I get pulled over by a Maryland State Trooper. White guy walks up to the car, and my white girlfriend proceeds to cuss him the hell out. And I
Oh
mean,
no.
cussed him out like he ain't never been cussed out. She says, "You just pulled him over because he's black. You pulled him over because he's sitting next to this fine ass white girl." He went in, and her exact words, "You pulled him over because you saw a black man with a fine ass white bitch." That was her words. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going to jail. You know, this cop
Yeah.
got, this cop got in his car and pulled off, didn't ask me for my license, didn't write me a ticket, didn't ID me, got in his car and pulled off. This is in the 80s.
I believe, and the people don't understand our walks of life and what we have to go through, what we have to feel, what we have to see. And again, look, he could have whooped your ass because she was cursing your ass out. Then he could have
Yeah,
turned around and called
exactly.
her a nigger lover and whooped her ass.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. It could have been bad, but it wasn't. He got in his car and pulled off. True story. Didn't write me a ticket, didn't ID me, nothing. She cussed him out good. I ain't never seen that like it before in my life. A cop, nobody cussing at a cop like that. I was scared to death.
Hmm. And you got people, in the chat saying it's not about race, it's not about race. Listen, this world is built on race. And if you don't know the history of America, you need to either Google it or ask GPT, okay? She will tell you, okay? This America is built on race. It has been built on money, stocks, and bonds, on black people asses, okay? So we get it, we understand it. We hope that y'all get it and understand it now.
I
But
hear.
it's not this killing wasn't a racial killing, but it's them versus us.
Mhm.
I got called a liberal today on Facebook. Like I'm not even
Oh,
a human. I'm not even an American anymore to a Trump supporter. I'm a liberal. I was an American. I'm not American to them. I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal. I'm a radical left. I mean, I'm everything except a black American to a Trump supporter. I have white friends. I never call them MAGA. I never call them anything. I call them by their name. With radical left, with crybabies.
I didn't even know what left, right,
I don't even know.
MAGAs. What I didn't know what the hell it
Exactly,
was.
Tiff. That was never that popular. Left and right thing didn't become popular until Obama won the White House and the Tea Party came along with their racist ass bullshit and started all of this left right stuff. and it never ended. And then Trump just took it to another level. He's on steroids with it. He's the Tea Party on steroids. But it all comes from Obama. All of this comes from Obama. Everything that's happening right now today is manifested from the Obama presidency, because a large portion of America, and let's be blunt, white America, doesn't like it, didn't like it, and can't get over it.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said, Kevin and Tiff, there's half of America that does not like anyone that's not white. It's just, I mean, we have facts, we have history to prove it, and it is what it is. So these people in the comments that are talking about have a victim mentality, and
one just said I have type 2 diabetes, like they my doctor.
I understand people hate. People love to hate. One thing we know about America, people love to enjoy hating. They feel they have no empathy. They feel nothing when they see people who are not white suffering. You can tell when a white woman goes missing, right? It's all over the media. Thousands of black women go missing every year. You hear nothing. So I get it. So you're saying nothing in the comments. That's a surprise to me, Kevin or Tiffany. We know you guys hate. You love to hate. It's your thing. You feel nothing for anyone that's not white. That's who you are. I
don't know why they on this.
It's like telling a dog stop barking. You know what I mean? I'm a dog. I'm gonna bark. So you are a white racist. That's what you are. I get that. So
when MASH comes on my television set, I turn the channel because I can't stand that show. I don't like MASH. And I said it's not a good show. It's just not for me.
That's my
analogy I'm making here is that if you don't like what's on your TV, turn the freaking channel. These people,
right on
YouTube has millions of programs. I know I was on YouTube all day, YouTube Today, for about 2 hours doing some research on something that I'm doing in 2026, right? So I don't look at videos I don't want to see. These people kill me. They sit here and watch us and criticize us. Look, Mark Levine, I can't stand his voice. He's a conservative, right-wing nut job. I don't listen to him. I've listened to him before, but once I found out where he was coming from, I switched the channel. I used to watch Bill O'Reilly every night for a year straight because I just want to hear the other side. I couldn't watch a Bill O'Reilly talk for 3 seconds right now. Sean Hannity, I can't watch him. I can't even listen to Trump talk anymore. When he comes on the TV, I fucking run or change the channel.
You see,
I can't stand his voice anymore. I can't stand his voice anymore, or the way he looks. I cannot. If Trump comes on my TV, I fucking run. I run for the remote control, or I run out the room. I can't take him. It's gotten to that point. So these people sit here in their living rooms on their tablets or their computers or their cell phones and watch the Black Therapy Show. Take time to type shit about us. Why are you watching? Go watch a Klan meeting. Go listen to what's that white? Because what's the man that got the right wing talk show that talks all the crap? Well, Rush Limbaugh is gone. You can't listen to him. You used to listen to Charlie Kirk, but he's gone. But there's people that took their place.
Yeah,
There's other
Nick Fuentes. He's
out there. There's plenty of right-wing radio out there. Mark Levine, who I just mentioned. There's so much right-wing radio out there that you guys can go tune into and listen to their rhetoric. If you guys think that it's okay for this woman to be shot in her face
or
and
anybody
killed,
to be shot,
then why are you watching us? Because we are 110% the opposite.
And I know we need our haters.
No, we don't need our haters
for the world to go round. But again, you don't have to be there. I know if I don't enjoy a show, I'm just going to keep on going, So anyway, we want to say rest in peace to these people, Miss Good and definitely Mr. Porter. I hope that the state actually try to persecute these people because they said they can't do it on federal. I hope that they do it with the state, that they can do something about it, and people that's out there, the white people that's marching, continue to march. You learn from us. We are the blueprint of marching for rights. I pray that y'all march and y'all get some type of change because that's ridiculous. You cannot even help your community out You cannot try to. I think she's about a part of the community organization where they were just looking out for each other and stuff like that. So again, rest in peace to these people. It's just real sad.
All right, let's show some love for Keith Porter.
And while we're talking about it, Renee Nicole Good is not the first person to be unalived by ICE. Keith Porter Jr. was unalived on New Year's Eve by an off-duty ICE agent in LA. Silvario Villegas Gonzalez was unalived in a traffic stop by an ICE agent near Chicago. And yet the one that gets the most media attention is the white woman. And yet her whiteness was not enough to protect her from being unalived by the ICE Popsicle gang member. Jenry Ruiz Gullion, a Honduran man who died in ICE custody. Sarawit Dijin, a Ethiopian who died in ICE custody. Brian Garzon Rayo, a Colombian man who died in ICE custody. Pete Samalo Montejo, a Filipino national, died in ICE custody. Chao Fengyi, Chinese detainee, died in ICE custody. Shiraz Fatahali Shiwani, Pakistani detainee, died in ICE custody. Fuhad Sadin Al-Dukarhir, Eritrean detainee, died in ICE custody. Jean Wilson Brutus, Haitian detainee, died in ICE custody. Nenko Stanevganchev, Bulgarian detainee, died in ICE custody. Leo Cruz Silva, Mexican detainee, died in ICE custody. Every single one of their names deserve to be said. Every single one of their stories deserve to be told. They should all be getting the equal amount of attention that Renee Nicole.
We're here off Amestoy Avenue, close to where Keith Porter was gunned down by that off-duty ICE agent. This memorial is here for family, friends to mourn. This song, meant to uplift, only lowered the mood as this crowd grieves the death of a 43-year-old father of two.
Say his name. Keith Porter.
Keith Porter was shot and killed New Year's Eve by an off-duty ICE agent. What would you like to say to the ICE agent if you had the chance?
If I could say anything to the ICE agent, is that you're a murderer. You stole my cousin from me. You stole their father from them. You stole a black man off the planet that God ordained to live and thrive. You stole a human life and you need to pay for it.
According to the Department of Homeland Security, the off-duty ICE agent heard gunfire near his apartment and went to check it out. That's when DHS says the officer encountered Porter holding a long rifle. Advocates say Porter was observing the holiday that night with gunfire.
You don't get to just murder people because you don't like what they're doing or how they're celebrating.
But the agent allegedly ordered Porter to put down the weapon. And when he didn't comply, DHS says the off-duty officer fired his service gun. The agency claims Porter fired 3 rounds at the officer before he was killed.
This is sad. This is sad.
Even 35 years, this is the first time that such a thing ever happened in my community.
As the LAPD investigates what led up to the shooting, the community want witnesses to come forward and the ICE agent identified, arrested, and prosecuted for killing the man they say was kind.
So I thank you. I thank you for my life.
Black Lives Matter Los Angeles organized this vigil. They are demanding accountability from District Attorney Nathan Hochman. In fact, they are having a community meeting with him on Monday. In Northridge, Tim Pulliam, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Porter! Keith Porter! Keith Porter!
My name is Anaya Porter. My father's name was Keith Porter Jr. My father's dead. He was killed by an off-duty ICE agent. It was unjust. And I've seen things I don't like, and I want to remind people that this is real life. This is my real life. This isn't news. This is an article I can just swipe away on. My dad's dead. Please respect him. Say his name. Fuck ICE and Black Lives Matter. Justice for Keith Porter Jr.
All right, so the last one obviously was Keith Porter's daughter. Let me just say this: all the people in the chat who are having all the negative things to say, all the horrible things to say about myself, Kevin, and Tiffany, we don't do this show to argue with people. I don't. I know Kevin doesn't. I know Tiffany doesn't. We don't.
Yeah.
So we're not going to argue with you. You can, all the comments, all the racial slurs, all that stuff you guys are doing. I mean, you go ahead. I have the option to block people. But just so you know, you're not going to get any energy out of us because we do this show for Black people. If white people want to watch, and we have a lot of white people that watch, and if they want to watch and they want to learn something from watching our show, we welcome them. But we don't do this show to argue or yell or call people names and all that stuff. And I know you guys are used to the same stuff about Black people, and it all goes crazy, and we are we're not doing that. So have fun in the comments. You like who you like. You love being racist. That's what you love. So go ahead, keep doing what you do. Keep living your racist life. And like Tiffany said, you don't have to watch, and Kevin said, you don't have to watch our show. There's a bazillion YouTube channels out there. Yes, I know I'm an idiot. Tiffany's whatever, she, diabetes.
He said I got type 2 diabetes.
Somebody said something about a bucket of chicken or fried chicken or chicken wings or something. They said stuff about
like that's gonna affect us. We done heard worse.
This show is for Black people and anyone else who wants to jump in. We have other people that watch and they get it. They get what we're trying to do. They get what we're doing. I saw Lord. I forgot. There's a person from Britain that was watching. And he liked what we were doing. And Lord Naughty, it says, or Lord something. But anyway, so we have both positive and negative.
Hey, what's wrong with fried chicken?
I don't know.
Find me a human being in the United States of America that hasn't eaten a piece of fried chicken.
Well,
fried chicken is good. It ain't good for you, but it's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of miserable people online. And this again, people have told me to drop that. I'm a monkey, go back to Africa, especially during the Trayvon Martin, during the time he was killed. So anything that people say to me, it just runs right off my back because none of y'all pay my bills. You understand? None of y'all take care of me, take care of my mother. None of y'all do none of that. So I'm not, you are entitled to your own opinion. And again, like we told them, you can either scroll up or log out.
Yeah. So here's a perfect example as to why we do this show. There's a video of she's a doctor or a nurse, but she works in a hospital, and apparently a Black person came in, and a Black patient came in, and the white doctors wanted to cut the toes off of this Black person because the toes were very dark, and the doctor said it must be something wrong with her toes. We need to remove the toes. The Black woman, the nurse, went in, looked at the woman's toes. She's just Black, but the white doctors are ready to take her toes off.
Do you know why it's important to have a Black doctor if you're Black? There was a patient I saw today. I got a consult. It's like, hey, you think this is frostbite? I was like, oh man. Thinking that it's going to be dry gangrene. And if you don't know what that is, that means like your toes are basically going to fall off. And you need to put betadine and everything to make sure it stays dry until you can amputate it. I said, do they have, what's going on? Like, they're like, oh, it looks necrotic. It looks like blackened. I went to the patient, and the patient had hyperpigmentation. They told me it was necrotic. That patient had cap refill. Their toes were alive. They're just Black. Yeah.
That is why we do this show. We don't do the show to argue, back and forth. We bring the information to Black people, and we've stressed on this show before, we need more Black doctors, more Black dentists, more Black nurses.
Don't forget mental health, because people out here need mental health issues. They got mental health issues.
You ain't lying about that.
Now
Excuse me for a second.
here's a video that the trolls are probably gonna love. I know I'm gonna love this. I know Tiffany's gonna love this. I know Kevin's gonna love it. But this is a video of some white people who went to South Africa thinking they can flaunt their whiteness. I think they thought it was back in the 50s, but they were so wrong.
Watching.
So I need y'all to watch this video really quickly. I'm gonna post it in this video, right? Watch it along with me, and then we're gonna have a little chat.
You are not bringing money.
No, hey! Do not be aggressive! Are you fucking serious?
Wait, stop it!
Mr. Tandon! Stop it!
Hey, do not be aggressive, says a descendant of a colonizer. Like, girl, are you for real right now? Getting straight into it, I know an unwelcomed guest when I see one. Okay, you did not announce your arrival. There was no announcement. You came here unannounced. This is why you got the reaction that you got. Secondly, why the hell are you on his property unannounced? Why are you on his property unannounced with your cars that are probably filled with tools for God knows what? Why? Huh? So not only are you here unannounced, but you came here with things for what? Huh? You see, the last time your people did this, your ancestors, they did this, right? It resulted in the transatlantic slave trade becoming the hottest fucking thing. So yeah, this is how we got to deal with you colonizers. This is how we have to do it. Considering there's a couple of you out there, you understand, the white people, right, that are talking about maybe we should bring colonization back, right? Talking about going into these parts in Africa and reclaiming it because you feel like they're not doing a good job governing themselves, right? Since y'all are trying to bring that back, this is what you're going to be met with. Bare licks. Did you see the way that he was flinging that whip? And you see the way that they scurried? They didn't even really fight back. They left. They got into their car. One was already driving while the other one was trying to get into the passenger side. Yeah. I'm 100% convinced that the only reason why their ancestors were able to enslave ours is because ours didn't fight back. Ours didn't believe in shedding blood or taking a life unless it was absolutely dire. Theirs don't care. You understand? They don't value life the way that we do. Just look at how they treat the planet. They don't value life the same way that we do. So that's the only reason why. But see, this time around, we know what your people are capable of. You show up to my property, to my place, anywhere, unannounced, unwelcomed. You are going to be met with the same violence that your ancestors created. Thank you.
Yeah, that is exactly, what these. Go ahead, Tiff.
No, it's just so bugged because I was watching something on Willie D today. And this guy, he was at some wine place. I don't know if like it's a wine club or whatever the case would be. And he was trying to walk past. And these few white guys was blocking the area. And he said, "Excuse me." He tapped the guy on the back and said, for him to get past. The white guy turned around and kicked the black guy in his ass. The black guy turned around and kicked that motherfucker in his chest. Boom! Like, yo, you really think you just gonna kick me in my ass? I asked you politely, and he was very polite. The guy wasn't rude or nothing. He just said, "Excuse me." You know, you tap somebody,
Right,
excuse
yeah.
me. And the guy, and now the white guys went friends. He went friends. Nobody said, "No, no, no, what you doing?" They let him kick the black guy. The black guy turns around, and you see now his friends is trying to tell the black guy, "Calm down." No, 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 no. Y'all didn't tell him to calm down when he kicked me in my damn ass. So now I'm going to kick him in his chest. He caught him. Boom. I was like, I had to watch it at least 15 times. Okay? My thing is keep your hands to your goddamn self. Do not be going places treating people certain type of ways or talking to them down on them because what's going to happen? They're going to pull out their whips and they're going to whoop your ass.
Yeah,
See, when we see white people, I run. I'm not going to lie. I see white people, I go on the other side of the street. I don't even want to have nothing to do. I don't even want you near me.
yeah. Yeah, it's a different world, but I don't think a lot of white people got the memo that we are no longer passive. We're no longer.
Not no more.
How could they not? It's 2026.
You're not going to slap me or hit me and think I'm not going to hit your ass back. I would rather die standing up than on my damn knees. I'm sorry. Don't put your hands on me. My thing is keep your hands to yourself. That's it. That's what my mother taught me. Then that's what y'all mother and father taught y'all. Keep your hands to yourself. Now, if somebody put their hands on you, you better protect your damn self.
Yeah. All right. Now here's some information on Black inventions. There's this lady. I don't remember her name, but she has these videos where she puts out about all the simple inventions done by foundational Black Americans that most of us are not aware of. So here's the first one.
Say it again. I can't hear you. This is exactly what I'd be saying if there was no microphone in this phone. Some of the first microphone technology was invented by foundational Black American, and his name was James E. West. Tired of ironing on the bed? The modern ironing board was invented by a foundational Black American, and her name was Sarah Boone. The presence of foundational Black American inventors is all around us. Follow for more. When pens used to be feathers, called quills, they had to be dipped into ink. But eventually, a foundational Black American inventor invented the reservoir so that the ink could be stored on top of the writing point. And his name was William B. Purvis. The presence of foundational Black American inventors is all around us. Follow for more.
All right. I'm sure that probably pissed off a lot of people in the chat. They're probably going to say, we didn't invent nothing. You guys didn't invent nothing. I'm not foundational Black American. I'm just Black. But Kevin and Tiffany, they're probably going to argue with you guys that you guys didn't invent shit. You guys.
Listen.
We didn't invent racism.
We sure didn't.
Oh, God, man. I love this show. It's funny as hell. We got to deal with this crap. It's 2026, in case you guys thought that we're living in the 1930s, by the way, Tiffany and Carl. It is 2026, and we're still dealing with this crap.
Yeah, that's the sad. Like I said, losing my brother almost 35 years over police brutality to now still people are losing their life. I can't even count the countless of people that has lost their life under police brutality. And then what's so deep, you have people in the chat saying, well, Black people kill each other also. Let me tell you something. If you live in a Black community, it's going to be Black on Black crime. If you live in a white community, it's going to be white on white crime. If you live in an Asian community, it's going to be Asian on Asian crime. So stop trying to use that as an excuse. That does not work, okay? What they need more in our communities is mental health, okay? Because of all the bullshit that we had to go through for generations after generations after generations. Y'all would never know how it feels to walk in our shoes.
A white guy just killed I think his wife and his stepson a few weeks ago because they're arguing over him watching a football game. Y'all hear about that?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
You hear about that? Yeah, it just happened. He was wanting to watch a football game, and they were arguing over the channel, and he shot his wife and his stepson. This just happened in Florida, like a week ago. Yeah.
But they don't want to talk about, and you see how they don't broadcast that. They'll broadcast Black stuff, but they don't broadcast that. And also, even with the school killings, I mean, that is ridiculous. Who don't check their children bags before they go to school? I know my mother checked our bags, okay? I don't understand. Y'all cannot comfort us when y'all need to take care of your own people. That's the point that we were saying about Charlie Kirk. You cannot sit and talk about us as Black people where you got young white men young white girl, whoever they are, they going out here killing people because they got their own personal issues, okay? And look what happened. He got killed on a white campus. Look
It
at
is
that.
right here. Here it is right here. Florida man fatally shoots his wife and critically injures stepdaughter at the fight over Monday Night Football. He was angry because he wanted to see Monday Night Football and his stepdaughter's watching something on TV.
So
And
that mean go kill him. That's something truly wrong with him.
but,
First of
but
all,
they
we're not.
talk about black on black crime. That's all the people in the chats
They
talk
thinking
about.
about that. But what
they,
bothers
they,
me, think about it. First of all, my mother said something to me the other day. Back in the days when they had TVs, it was only TV in the one room. We got TVs in all rooms now. You understand what I'm saying? Why would you kill him? Tell sit into a room, or you go to your room, or go to your man cave. Why would you do it? Look what happened to Mr. Reiner. His own son took his life. Now they saying that because they changed his medication, this is why he wound up killing his parents. You understand what I'm saying? So no, it happens. It goes on. You know, they need to talk more about their white crime and stop worrying about our black crime like that.
but you never hear us say that though, Tiff. I've never heard a black person say, "Oh, there's white on white crime." Like we never say that, but we always have white people coming out show and say, "Oh, black on black crime." Yeah, you never hear black people say that. You know, we
Because
never
we
say white
don't.
on white. We don't care. Same way
We
that man
don't.
said. Same way that man said he seen nobody have any empathy for he haven't seen any black people that's happy about this woman being murdered, Renee Good. Everybody's like sad about it, or bothered by it, and all the people that's saying, "Oh, well, she got what she deserved," they're white people.
Yeah. Nobody deserves to be gunned down like that. I don't care what color you are. You know, I'm against violence. You know, if we can talk it out and have a conflict resolution to try to talk it out before we take each other lives. I mean, come on, we are human. You know, God blessed us with so many different blessings. You think I got, to be honest with you, I don't, white people, we don't think about them like that. I'm going to be honest with you. We are so busy paying bills and trying to protect our children and trying to just survive day to day in America. We don't got no time for all that extra stuff. Just like we don't got time for that goddamn chat. So chat, keep chatting it up.
No one thing.
know what else amazes me though is that people see us as whining and having a victim mentality. I mean, all we're doing is saying, oh, all we're doing is reporting or saying or talking about history. We're not crying or complaining.
Some people can't face the truth, cause some people can't face. Listen, people telling me I need a sandwich. They've been talking about like you can't come for nothing else. What else you gonna come for? What else?
So
So I don't be paying them the call, please. You know, I already told you I block people. You like all of that in the in the chat. I don't play none of that. You understand? I like peaceful chats.
I couldn't block everybody tonight, and I mean, they were just saying, it was a whole lot of them in there.
It is a whole lot of them.
I don't know where the algorithm took our show tonight, but it was,
Yeah, we had almost up to 100. What I saw 200 people in the chat.
yeah.
You know, to now it's about 73 people in the chat. Thanks for the thumbs up. Who did give us a thumbs up? We really appreciate. Thank you for the people that really like what we are talking about. We're not talking about anything negative. We're talking about what is going on in the world today and how we see it. And if you feel like you want to diss us, disrespect us, call them old two unks, and I'm diabetes girl, y'all can do that. You understand? Because y'all don't got nothing else to come up with it. Okay? You have nothing else to come up with. You can't say a bitch not pretty.
Music star Billie Eilish just
Mm-hmm.
lashed out. She just she's been in Ice's ass
Yeah.
big
Well,
time over there.
they can scream. You know, white privilege is for real. So they can scream and holler, but they better be careful because they're using black people tactics. They better be careful. These ICE is not playing, as we see.
But again, my point, Kev, is people love to hate. I mean, the same passion that we have against racism and against people being cruel. These people love to be cruel and they love being racist. So, I mean, it's probably kind of hard for us to understand that someone could actually love being racist and not care about anyone that's not that doesn't look like them, but they are those people. We watch CNN, right, Kevin? And we watch
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You know, Carl, I saw a video on was it on YouTube or no Instagram where an ICE agent was these three big giant ICE agents, these big ass men, like over 200-pound men, were had this pregnant woman on the ground. She was pregnant. Did you see that video? She's pregnant, and she's on the ground, and they're throwing her to the ground. A pregnant woman, ICE agents throwing a pregnant woman to the ground. You know, it's like, how do you not have it in your heart to not be mean to a pregnant woman? Like, where do you get to the point where you are throwing a pregnant woman on the ground and that's okay? Like, what is wrong with these people? I don't understand what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm 60 years old, man. 61. I have no idea what's going on. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
But that's who they are.
Born and raised in the United States of America. I know the history. I've studied history. You know, I've read enough books. I've listened to enough people a lot smarter than me about what America, you know, I've learned from the best, Joe Madison and those people, you know, Dick Gregory, you know, I'm a student of all these people, but I don't understand what the hell is happening right now. I don't understand how people could be so mean. Like, we're here on this show right now, kind of heartbroken about what's going on in our country. We love this country. We love being here. We love America. We are Americans. We want everybody to get along. That's it. We just want everybody to get along. We want everybody to get along. Even the immigrants. We want them to have a fair chance at a good life. I don't care if they have a good life. It don't bother me that immigrants have a good life. I don't care if they have a good life. Their good life don't affect my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. Somebody posted today on Facebook, this lady wouldn't be dead. Some illegal immigrant hit a lady in North Carolina, I think Charlotte area, and killed her a few days ago. It was an accident, but he's a legal immigrant driving. And this wouldn't have happened if he wasn't here. Like, people get killed every day by Americans. People born in this country kill each other every day.
A lot of people are one-sided, Kev, and to be honest, we can see that in the chat, and it's really sad because I'm sitting over here looking at this chat.
I haven't looked at none of the chats
No,
tonight.
you don't want to see it. It is horrible. It's
hey,
horrible.
long as they don't talk about my head, I'm good.
Horrible. They called you an old ass uncle. Okay.
Oh, cool. That must be a black person. That must be a black person that said that.
You're a 61-year-old fool.
That's good. That's funny.
This chat is horrible. You know, the way they're thinking, what they're saying, they are horrible. But this just lets you know this
I didn't even look at
the
it.
world is today.
Oh, by the way, that's a black person that called me an uncle. By the way, white people don't talk like that. we got a black hater in there. We got a black hater in the chat. Huh? That's funny as shit.
Yeah. Let's shout out Donna and Pamela Jones, Donna Haygood, Nicole Coates, you know, the people we know love us. Too. I didn't see Gina tonight, but those are the people we know.
She's probably exhausted being an American right now. I bet that person called me uncle won't come on the show his face on the platform.
Yeah. But the chat was on fire tonight. The chat was on fire.
This is what you wanted a chat. You wanted you to have a full chat. You got a full chat of haters.
All right, wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for watching the show. Before we go, though, we're going to show some love to TK Carter, who passed away.
Oh yeah, TK Carter.
Did you see my post on TK, man?
No, I didn't see your post on Facebook.
Yeah, TK used to come to my apartment in LA, man, and I didn't know him that well. He was there. My roommate Doc was a writer for the Martin Show, and TK was trying to get polish up his stand-up. He wanted to do stand-up. You know, he's a comedic actor, but he wanted to get into stand-up. He's doing sets at the Comedy Store in LA. So he's hanging out in my apartment with Doc. Doc was a teacher. He wrote he write jokes for people and stuff like that. So he was one of Doc's students. So he's come to my place. Maybe about 3 or 4 times he came through, man, and it was like just cool. You know, when I saw him, man, I was like, man, I got like a legend in my living room. You know, like, dude, I grew up watching you on TV, and I've been around a lot of celebrities, man. But it's so cool when you see people that you grew up watching on TV in your presence. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And they in your face. Like,
they're in my apartment. Yeah. I had Van Nuys, California. So TK Kirkland was in my apartment a couple of times out in Van Nuys, California back in the 90s, man. So, yeah, rest in peace, man. Nice guy, real nice guy. Like I said, I didn't know him that well. You know, we fist bumped each other and he went did his thing with Doc, man. But yeah, nice guy though, man. Very talented, very talented. I thought he would be a bigger star than he was, man, because he was like one of the first brothers you saw on TV back in the day, man.
Yeah, yes,
that was talented. And I was like, this guy gonna blow up. But then Eddie Murphy is like Michael Jordan, man. He came out there swinging and lit everybody up, man. TK was a beast, man.
But that only shows that they only let one of us through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But then, you know, Jimmy Walker, you know, he was on Good Times. He did spots on everybody's show. He was on everybody's show. His face was everywhere, man. And I just don't understand why he didn't become a bigger star, you know, than he was, because he's just very talented and one of the pioneers. He was one of the first Black people we saw on TV back in the day, man, you know, on all the shows.
Hollywood is. They only
Hollywood. Yeah, you're right.
3
You're right.
is like a gang.
Yes. You're absolutely right, man. But he did a lot of stuff, man. He was still writing. He's still doing stuff. Somebody say he worked with Michael Jordan on Space Jam, writing some stuff. So he was still doing some stuff, man, and behind the scenes and getting things in, man. But he never really developed his stand-up. But he was trying, man. He had Doc working with him on some stuff. And I got a chance to meet him in my living room. So it was a pleasure meeting you, brother. Rest in peace.
All right, so we're gonna show love to Mr. TK Carter.
Yeah.
If I would have known that you wouldn't be here anymore, I would have made the moments last a little longer. 'Cause now I'm alone, and you're just a memory in my mind. I would have given anything to say goodbye. If I would have known.
One, two, you know what to do. Down at the BU, he well now. She's all the movies, whatever plays. 2 times nightly and matinee. Well, Tom is famous, you hear. He comes on strong with the ladies I need. Now he's got class and he's got clout. Come on, mama, we stepping out. And with his clients, he has a ball. 'Cause in the end, I dig them all. He's the elegant prince. Ain't no one like him. No one smooth as Brother Jay. Well, you know, just what can I say? Two sides small. JJ, two breeze, Papa, head with an awesome, awesome until we are dead.
Yeah.
You brought back memories with that one.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. I love us, man. We're amazing people, man.
Yes, and we are the most copied people. Everybody want to be down with us.
Yeah.
You know, some of our childhood leaves us every week. Unfortunately, on this show, man, we had to.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing. And he wasn't in. He was only 69, man. That's kind of young, but yeah.
You know, celebrity years is an extra 10, 15 years on there. You know.
Yeah. All right, we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for checking in and watching our show tonight. We truly appreciate
We really appreciate it. Even our haters, we love you too, baby.
Our haters. We thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel. You've seen what we do. Hopefully you guys will come back. And shout out to Patricia and Bridget and Mama Lee and Donna and Pamela Jones and Nicole Coates. I didn't see Scooby Doo tonight. Gina, and I'm sure we got to know all the other people that are watching. It's I don't know if I want to mention these haters, but I'm not.
No, don't mention no haters. We don't got time to be mentioning no haters.
But
Matter of fact,
thank,
haters, we don't want to see you
thank
again.
you for
Okay,
watching.
get your ass out of our goddamn chat.
Hopefully,
Thank
hopefully
you.
you learned something from watching our show. I mean, I get to get in the mind of how people think. Listen, people love Trump. There's not the man said he could shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue and not lose any votes. He knew his people. He knows they love the racism he brings, right? He tapped into a racism that no other politician in America thought about tapping into. Most politicians danced around the racism, right? They didn't want to come off as too racist. Trump went full blown headfirst into racism and he won. Right? He bet on racism and he won. And it's evident in the chat line tonight. People they love him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
They love him or they love the toxicity. Some
right.
people grow
Right.
off of toxicity.
These are the same people that would have attended a lynching and watch a black person hang from a tree. These are the same people that have zero empathy for anyone.
Or it's their descendants. Their
Right.
descendants probably
It's that same mentality. It's that same mentality. If you think the people who attended lynchings and who watched black people burnt alive and who watched black people get their arms cut off and burnt alive, they cut black people's arms off and then burnt them alive. They put honey on black people's heads, bury the black person in the ground, and watch ants cover their face. These are
very ruthless, very ruthless.
So I'm saying all of this to say these are the very same people that are still exist. So you don't upset us. We get it. You are who you are, and it is what it is. Tiffany, before we go, anything you want to share that you learned tonight from our show?
Well, I'm just taking this as a wake up call, from all walks of life, all human beings. It's a wake up call. Again, I told y'all this feels very familiar to us as Black people. This has been going on for generations and generations. And I hope that something give. I hope that somebody will step up or say something or at least stop. Yes, I understand if you got illegals here that are committing crimes and they're killing and murdering people, yes, they must go. But don't be messing with people that really is not doing anything and you just trying to fill a quota. Okay? I don't like that. It's just very sad. Everybody deserves a chance. And it's so bad because half these people don't like Black Americans. But we over here still having empathy and sympathy for them. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, I'm just going to put it in God's hands because us already, we have to take care of our families. We have to take care of our bills. We have to take care of our mental because this is like trauma that we've been going through for a real long time. Like, this is ridiculous. But again, we want to say, Keith Porter, rest in peace. We hope that they get justice because they haven't showed the person yet that did it to him. And listening online, they actually said that they was able to probably take because they don't nobody worry about Black person. They probably was able to take everybody's phone, everybody camera off their doors already, so they wouldn't have no footage of whatever he did. I don't believe that Mr. Porter on my thing, I don't think that he was shooting at the man. I believe they made that up to have that narrative, as we see Christy Nominum will lie right in your face and say, do you believe your lying eyes? You understand what I'm saying? So again, people just use common sense. Everything will definitely come out. What's done in the dark will come to the light. And I just want to send a shout out to my mother because she's been crying for 35 years over her only son. And y'all would never know how it feels until y'all lose a child. How it feels. So again, God bless everyone. Thank you for chiming in with us. Thank you for giving us the thumbs up, the likes, and everything. We really appreciate it. And to the haters, I really don't care.
Kev, Unc.
Yeah, man. The Ku Klux Klan used to wear hoods.
Yeah.
Those cats we saw down in Charlottesville, Virginia, marching through the streets that ran over Heather Heyer during Trump's first administration, had on face masks, talking about Jews won't replace us, carrying tiki torches through the streets. ICE has masks, So, the people in our chat that's calling us names, and they're the same. The reason they hide their faces is because they're cowards, and but these people are your next door neighbors. They work at your grocery store, your gas station. They're your mailman. They're your police officers. They're your doctors, your dentists, your firefighters. They're everyday people that you see every day that you don't know are the same people that put these masks on, that put these hoods on, and belong to these online white supremacist groups and these secret meetings and come on shows like this and troll. Because they'll go to work tomorrow and work along their black co-workers who don't even know that they were on this show basically calling us N-words if they could get away with it. So that's just a reality of what the United States of America is. We're not even united. We're just America. We're not even United States. We're not united, never been united. That's a lie. Another lie.
Another damn lie.
Another damn lie this country has. So we're not united. We're just
We should
America.
get T-shirts made up of that. Another damn lie.
How about that? No shit. So I just think we're gonna keep doing this show. We ain't going nowhere. We can't talk about nothing else because there's nothing else to talk about other than this regime that's destroying this country from the fabric up. And I don't know what they want. I don't know what they think they're gonna get. You're gonna run off all the Latinos and run off all the black people and then go after all the Jewish people
They're
and
gonna
run
run
them.
away all their money.
Yeah, I know. They already, I think the World Cup is not thinking about coming here now. I think some of them are pulling out. The World Cup, people don't want to come here. Tourism is down. Money's not flowing into this country like it was. People aren't coming here from around the world. They're scared to come here, So, Florida's losing so much money right now. A lot of people didn't go to Florida for last year for spring break. I suspect it to be worse this year. They're losing money because tourism is down in the state of Florida.
Good.
Nobody wants to go down there. So these people are hurting themselves. They don't even see it, man. They're ruining this country with their racism. And it's a sad thing because we can't all live together in this country. Is crazy. They're ruining the country. They're ruining it and they don't even know it. They just got so much hate in their heart for no reason. Just hate for no reason.
I think the world need a whole counseling.
Because I'm proud of my age. I'm 61 and I've never gone on anybody's podcast and said anything stupid.
Listen, and you look good for 61, darling.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. And never gone on nobody's podcast and say anything stupid or mean, condescending, or racist towards anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have better things to do with my life.
Basically.
Peace. I'm out.
Well, like I said, Kev, people love to hate. And I think the more that we as black people understand that, I think we'd be better off. They love hate. It's hard to understand because we don't like the white dude in the video said he saw no black people showing no empathy for that white lady that was shot. Right.
I want that video too. I gotta get that video.
It was only white people who, showed zero empathy. And I think that's a cultural thing. I could be wrong, but from what I've seen in history, black people seem to have the most empathy in the world.
Yeah, we're the most welcoming people.
We are. It's just part of our culture. We are very, emphatic for people, and we welcome in. And I mean, we did a video a couple last year where white women were telling the kids if they're lost to find
a black person, and the Asian people too told them, yeah.
If you're ever lost, they tell white kids, if you're ever lost, find a black person, woman or man, find a black person, because they know that we will take care. Because first of all, we don't want to get in any trouble.
Yeah, because we always get in trouble.
Because we know that we're always watched. But people know we are very empathetic. We are a very empathetic group of people, and white people, a lot of white people seem to lack that empathy. Look at Trump and J.D. Vance and Kristi Noem. Look at how they talk about the immigrants. It's like they're not even human.
And they got immigrants as wives and mixy breed children.
They feel nothing. You know, we have to get that through our heads that these are people who are soulless. They're soulless. And
did I mention that the Epstein files is off the front page for a while? Yeah, that's what I okay.
No, they want that. No, you want to hear something? Don't get it twisted. I've been looking in these people's in the chats. People been putting that up in the air. Put the Epstein files on. We want the Epstein file. Listen, you know they're not gonna put them Epstein files up. They trying to cause so much chaos that we not even thinking about them. Don't worry, they keep popping up.
They know there was a white dude that they interviewed, and he said he don't care if 1,000 14-year-old girls said that they were abused by Donald Trump and Epstein, but he don't care. He still likes Trump. You know, so
it's true. You have a lot of people that don't care. They don't care. Come on, he's still in there. I don't understand how Congress haven't shut his ass down. I mean, and I heard you see what's happening with the Kennedy Center. They said all of the major stars or the major people that play there are signing out. They don't want to have nothing to do with the center because Trump is a part of it. You know, they said no, it's horrible. How you put your name on a memorial for another president? You don't do that, you know. So listen, it's all the chickens going to be coming home to roost, as Malcolm X said. All of it's going to come out. It's all going to come out.
All right. Shout out to everyone that was in the chat tonight. Shout out to everyone who joined us. Thank you so much. Tiffany, you know I love you. Kevin.
Sure.
Hey, my new name is Unc. Don't you ever call me Kevin again.
Both of your names is Unc. They called y'all delusional uncles.
But I think they called me the old dude. Somebody said the old dude's a fool. Somebody said that old dude. That old dude.
I done blocked 2 people already.
All right. We hope you guys come back. And thank you to all of our regular listeners. We have not forgotten you. Patricia and Bridget and Mama Lee and Pamela Jones and Scooby D2 and Gina and Donna Hagen. And I know we have a bunch of new people tonight. And if I forgot anyone, I'm really sorry. But we love you. We hope you come back. And we're going to go out. There's a business in North Carolina that I want to, show some love to. And then, we're going to get out of here. All right, everybody.
Hey, Bull City. The spiritual lineage of Black Wall Street continues with us. We're super excited to be standing in front of our new Flavor Hills right on the main street of Durham, North Carolina. This is big because of what it represents. Flavor Hills is 5 years old, and we're being compared to companies that have been in business for 60 years. But the reason that we've been able to do so much and become so powerful is because of all the people that we have behind us. Miss Miana, who's done all of our actual green wall inside. Our brother Saint, who takes care of all of our IT. Our brother Kraken, who's actually from Durham and told us about the city. Our culinary director, our COO, our chief of marketing, right? This is a company that's been built by all of us, for us, on the main street of Durham. So we got some exciting news. On December 3rd, we're coming to Durham.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.